Hello, welcome back to the second session of domestic wiring, that is on part 2. So last class we studied about what is domestic wiring and what are the factors which depends upon it, and also we studied about few things about distributors, service mains, meter board and distribution board. So let us now continue with the system of wiring. We know that system of wiring is nothing but a network of wires drawn connected the meter board to the various energy consuming loads like lamps, fans, motors, etc. through control and protective devices for efficient distribution of power. So in this we have different types of wiring. First is cleat wiring, then casing and capping, that is through wood or PVC. Again we have conduit wiring. So under the conduit wiring we have surface conduit wiring and the concealed conduit wiring. So let us understand each of them in detail. So coming to cleat wiring and also casing and cap wiring. So you can see in the diagram about the cleat wiring. So this type of wiring comprises of PVC insulated wires or ordinary VIR, that is vulcanized in the Indian rubber, that are braided and compounded in it. They are held on the walls and ceilings using porcelain cleats with grooves either made up of wood or plastic. It is a temporary wiring system, therefore making it unsuitable for domestic premises. Next, coming to casing and capping wiring. In this case, PVC insulated wires are placed in the plastic casing and covered with a cap, hence the name casing and capping. Casing is a rectangular strip where the cables run through it, having grooves in it. Next, coming to surface conduit wiring under the conduit wiring. So as you can see that there are wires which are held inside the conduits. That is, these conduits are fixed on the surface of the walls or the ceiling, and they have the gaps of say some 1 meter. So again, this is also made up of vulcanized Indian rubber or PVC wires or cables drawn by means of a 18 SWGGI wire, that is galvanized iron wire. The earth wire is fixed by means of earth clips. So in the next type, that is the concealed conduit wiring, here you can see that the conduit is concealed, means a bunch of wire is concealed inside the conduit. In this system of wiring, conduits are buried under walls or ceilings. PVC conduit is popularly used as it requires very less time for the installation and also very cheaper in cost. And the channels which are provided in the wall before plastering and then conduit is fixed in the channels by means of clamps and hooks. Later, the wires are drawn with the help of again galvanized iron wire, and it is covered by a cement plastering, making it watertight and also moisture proof. So to list about the differences between the surface conduit wiring and the concealed conduit wiring, we can see that in case of surface conduit wiring, the conduit or the pipe is fixed on the walls. Whereas in concealed conduit wiring, the conduit or pipe is completely sunk either in the wall or slab of RCC. Secondly, their surface conduit wiring is fixed by means of saddles, whereas concealed conduit wiring are fixed by means of J-hooks. Again, in case of surface conduit wiring, T's and elbows can be used, whereas in concealed conduit wiring, bends are used. In surface conduit wiring, it is not fully protected from the mechanical injury, whereas concealed conduit wiring is fully protected from the mechanical injury. Surface conduit wiring is cheaper, whereas concealed is costlier. Again, in terms of appearance, surface conduit wiring has a very bad appearance, but concealed conduit wiring does not affect any appearance. So with this, we end wiring types of wiring and also the differences between surface and concealed conduit wiring. Let us move on to two-way and three-way control of lamps. So let us first understand what is two-way control of lamps. So in two-way control of lamps, as we see in the diagram, we have two switches, S1 and S2, which is connected to one lamp and which is supplied with a single phase 230 volts 50 hertz supply. So depending on the position of switch S1 and switch S2, the lamp either glows or doesn't glow. So to understand this glowing of lamp, so we will see the truth table which is given below the diagram. So where the position of S1, position of S2 and condition of the lamps is given. So let us take the first condition where the position of S1 is at 1 and position of S2 is at 3. So when this position is there, so S1 and S2 both are closed at 1 and 3. Hence, the circuit is closed and the condition of lamp is glowing. So that is why here we have on. Next, coming to the second condition, where the position of S1 is at 1 and the position of S2 is at 4. So since the current flows from 1 to 3, again at switch S2, it is broken. So there is no continuity of power supply, hence the lamp doesn't glow. So the condition of lamp is off. For the third condition, the position of switch S1 is at 2 and position of switch S2 is at 3. So if we see this condition, the current flows from 2 to 4, whereas at S2, since it is at third position, from 2 to 3 it is not connected, hence the lamp is off. Again for the fourth condition, when switch 1 is connected to 2 and switch 2 is connected to position 4, so 2 to 4 it is again connected, so that's why the condition of lamp is on, that is the lamp glows. So this is how, depending on the position of the switches, the lamp is being controlled. That is, the lamp is being either on or off depending on the position of these two switches. So this type of switching is used in case of the rooms where there will be one switch at the entrance of the room and another near the bed. Or this can also be used as a staircase wiring also. So where you have switches in two staircases and at the middle you have a lamp. So in those applications, this two-way control of lamps are used. Next, coming to three-way control of lamps. In three-way control of lamps, we have three switches which are connected in series along with the lamp and then power supply. So here in the three-way control of lamps, for three-way control switch, that is the switch S3 has got two connections. One is straight connection and the another is cross connection. So here again, we need to analyze the switching of the lamp depending on the position of three switches over here. That is S1, S2 and S3. So S1 and S2 are normal switches, whereas S3 we have intermediate switch, again with the two different connections of straight and cross connection. So let us come to the truth table to analyze the condition of the lamp. So the first four conditions of the truth table depicts the straight connection and the last four conditions depicts the cross connection. So coming to the first condition, that is a straight connection. So observing the switch condition, that is the position of switch S1 and the position of switch S2. So we see that in the straight connection, for the first condition, that is switch S1 to 1 and S2 to 3, since it is straight connection, the current flows through A to B. So that is why the lamp is on. Again, for the second condition, switch 1 at 1 and switch 2 at 4, the circuit is broken because there is no switch S2 being connected to 3. So the lamp doesn't glow. For the third position, that is switch 1 at 2 and switch 2 at 3, also the circuit is broken, hence the lamp doesn't glow. For the fourth condition, that is S1 connected to 2 and S2 connected to 4, C to D is connected, hence the condition of the lamp is on. So next set of connection is cross connection, where again the position of switches S1 and S2 is observed. So here we see that when switch S1 is at 1 and S2 is at 3, then the condition of lamp is off because it is cross connected over here. So the circuit is broken. Again, for the second condition 1 to 4, so the lamp glows, that is on, because A to D is connected over here. Again, for the third condition, we observe that the lamp is on because C to B is connected and the switch S1 is at position 2 and the switch S2 is at position 4. For the last condition, when the switch is at 2 to 4, we observe that the lamp is off. So till now we studied about what are the different types of wiring and also the two-way and three-way control of lamp. So in the next session, let us understand about the various protective devices in detail. Thank you.